Hi, and welcome to episode 1 of Ultimate General Civil War. Marcus Marick takes command. This time I'm going to be playing the Union. As you've seen in my last episode, my alter ego finally fell to being relieved of command. He tried and tried, but just couldn't get the hang of it. So I'm taking a stab at it this time with the Union being the number one, and we're going with the middle level difficulty. So we're going to see how well I do this time around. Marcus Shameful was indeed shameful, but Marcus Marick, maybe you have better luck. So as we start this first episode, my forces are advancing. I'm getting sniped by skirmishers up on the hillside and off into the woods to my right. I'm going to lightly engage them. I'm going to press on to the city with Zook. We're going to let Schneider and Stockton try to deal with the skirmishers along the way as we make our approach. Schaefer's a little bit shaken. We'll get him back. Zook, I'm headed that way. I want to scare those skirmishers off. Hexamer up there. I want to scare him off with the bigger force. Maybe damage him a little bit more. Schaefer's recovered, and now he's going to come up through the woods. So with just a brief stop over there, after we get him busted up, we're going to press on. Here comes Schaefer. Get Schaefer into the fight. And Zook is going to leave and press on. Hexmer's on the run. You're going to let Schaefer try and chase him off. Schaefer's going to engage. We're headed for the city. Stockton's going to lightly engage and move on. Gonna get him up there. There's an enemy unit in the city we've encountered. McHenry. He's dug in to the city. I've got some Bristow cavalry coming in along with some other forces, so we'll get the cavalry up there quick. Here comes Loomis, Walton, along with some supplies and 2 artillery pieces. They'll be much needed. As the forces advance up, we are engaged. Zook is engaged with McHenry. We're going to get the cavalry up there, and we're going to use them to try to scout things out. Stockton's now joined us, so it's Zook and Stockton against McHenry. Going to have Schaefer take a point up on the hill, maybe give us some visual. And Bristow's going to come up there as McHenry falls back. Bristow's going to engage him. He's still too large to assault. We're going to have Briscoe snipe at him. Schaefer's still attacking Hexamer. Going to have the artillery pieces. Wood's going to take up to the field just to the north of the town. Loomis and Walton are coming. Get my supply wagon up. Coming. Loomis is going to come up behind the enemy skirmishers, their barns. That's going to shake them up a little bit. We've moved into the part of the city now. McHenry's fallen out of it. Stockton's up front, firing at Law, who's just across the bridge. Loomis, I'm going to have him come in and attack McHenry, along with Zook. Walton, I'm going to get him up there, and we're going to try to engage the unit defending the bridge to the north of the city. Got both my artillery pieces up, and and they're going to be shelling the enemy position right there across the bridge. Bristow's attacking some enemy skirmishers. Supply wagon's moving up. Moving Walton up into a position where he can lay on some fire across the river. McHenry's taking a beating there. He's losing a lot of troops. He's down by almost half now. And what we call Bristow, he's chased them off. It'll be a while before they come back. Stockton's almost out of ammo, but he's holding his own against the defenders he's dug in. They're trading shots. Get the supply wagon over to him. Cavalry's coming back in. Got to lend some general command support up there to the front. Loomis is advancing on McHenry. We're taking McHenry down pretty good. Moving the cavalry back up to a support position. I've got the artillery still shelling. Looks like the Confederate position route is up there at the North Bridge. Hexamer's still fighting around down there to the south of the city with my skirmishers. They're trading shots. And Loomis is charging. McHenry is running. Trying to get him. Burns is pivoting to lay some fire on my guys. And Zook is firing at Burns. Recall Loomis. We've routed McHenry for now. Come back up on the backside of Burns. Moving with some skirmishers up to go support up to the north there with Walton. Loomis is advancing. Zook, we got Burns cornered between the two of us. Looks like they're running at this point in time, which is good for us. They'll be back, I'm sure, but in the meantime, Loomis is going to come up and take position inside the city. Walton's still holding his own with the support of artillery. And Stockton lending out. Loomis is coming up there to the bridge. We're going to get ready to start getting in position for an assault. Moving the cavalry up to the north in a support role for now. The artillery's really hammering route. Walton's moving up. Root is retreating. Walton is advancing along with Stockton across the bridge. Artillery's still pummeling Root. Looks like he's wavering. Walton's coming up to get him. Stockton's headed for the objective. And I'm recalling the cavalry into the city. And we're moving the artillery up a little bit closer so they can lay in some support. Now we're going to start using the artillery to attack the enemy position in the south of the city. Cavalry's up and Walton's moving in. Cavalry's shooting at him. Walton is making a slow advance. We still haven't taken the position yet, but we're going to. Got both the artillery pieces trained on the enemy unit to the south, covering the south bridge. Stockton's moving up. Found an enemy artillery unit there. We're going to fight them. Root has decided to charge. Training artillery on them. We're going into melee with Walton. Stockton and Bristow, I'm bringing them back. Still concentrating heavy firepower onto the southern position. We've now got the area contested, and we're taking control of it. The enemy artillery is starting to pull out. Ordered my cavalry to attack. Try and destroy them. The enemy unit law has starting to waver a little bit. We try to push them back. They enter the city. Root is still giving a heavy fight. The enemy artillery is still trying to get away. McHenry's coming back. I got Schaefer out there to harass him along the way, trying to slow him down. Wall is falling back. Loomis has been ordered across the bridge, along with Marcus Marick and Zook. We are going to take it. Unfortunately, the enemy snuck in there and stole my supply wagon. While I focus on that, we're going to lose the supply wagon, but Zook is going to engage those skirmishers up there and try to get them. And now here we are, dug in, part 2. Give the Confederates a route out of the city. We've taken the city and we're dug in. We do have some reinforcements that will be joining us. We're going to have to really fight hard. I'm putting the cavalry up to the north. Moving my skirmishers up forward to the fence line. I'm taking the artillery and moving it slightly back. Give me a little bit extra room. Loomis is up at the supply point. Walton's dug in the entrenchments. So is Zook. And Scales pulling that artillery back to the north edge of the town so it can have a little bit better field of fire. I'm going to keep the cavalry in reserve for now, see what I can do with them, maybe get him out there and do some harassing of the enemy. So far, the battle's been going pretty good. And first contact, here comes Confederate Wheeler. And we are engaging, sending the cavalry up on the north to his flank. He doesn't like that, so he's swinging to chase me. That's fine. That'll draw him out of the fight for a little bit. And we'll go into the woods. Looks like the Confederates brought in their own cavalry unit. And the Confederates got 2 more big units coming in right to my east, and 2 more from the southeast. So they're coming in pretty hot and heavy. Luke is fighting Wheeler. My cavalry's giving him a charge to the rear. And they've moved their skirmish lines up to just across the railroad. It's a bloody fight. My cavalry's giving chase to Wheeler. If I can't chase him off the battlefield, I'll chase him up there so much it'll take him a little while to get back into the fight. Here comes that armored train. We don't like that at all. Walton's engaging the unit to the south. My cavalry is still fighting with Wheeler. Wheeler's all busted up. He's losing men left and right, which is good. Recall my cavalry up to the north there. And I've got some reinforcements coming in. We'll have the artillery set up just across the river. Supply wagon's going to go up just to north of the town. Walton's falling back. Artillery's getting set up. We're going to lay down some fire on that southern flank. And it looks like in the center they kind of pushed me off a little bit. Got Colquitt crossing the bridge up to the north. He's going to come in. Milroy and Bruce are going to take the bridge to the south. So they are now, rebels are now contesting. Loomis has regained his composure and is fighting. He's pushing Grant back. And we're going to have Colquitt move up and retake the objective. Enemy unit Nelson is giving me a little bit of a fight, but he's only got 150 guys. So he's going to be slightly outnumbered here very shortly. Move that supply wagon down a little bit. Bruce is continuing to the south. Milroy's going to take up center field. General's coming back into the fight. The enemy's got their train up there now. Colquitt's in close combat with the enemy Grant. Bruce is advancing up, swinging Walton in to help out in the center. Repositioning some artillery. Bruce is driving off the enemy unit Nelson. We're going to take up shooting at the enemy train. It's kind of causing us some issues right now. Zook is doing real well keeping two enemy units at bay, basically up to the north. Going to put Schultz with the artillery up across the river there and let him give some fire support to Zook. Moving the supply wagon up a little bit to help reload our people. The center of the city is still heavily being fought over. Bruce is advancing up now. The Confederates are starting to waver just a little bit. We're still doing good, holding them off at the north, up on the north end. General back up, Colquitt, I'm moving him back up more towards the center. Tighten up my center. Bruce is attacking the train. See if we can't destroy it or drive it away. I'm going to move my artillery Hayes. I'm going to move him up here to the flank and have it try and attack that train. Looks like some of the rebels are falling back now, so we're advancing a little bit to improve our position. We're still doing good holding off up to the north. Get that supply wagon out of there and into the center of the city. I'd like to take this time to say, hey, thanks everyone for watching. I do appreciate it. Please continue watching my strive to win victory for the Union. Obviously, I couldn't do it for the Confederacy. Maybe that was an omen, but we'll see how it goes. Everything's going well so far, and thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, guys. And I got Hayes up into a position, setting up the artillery, and we're going to start shelling that enemy train. Just got assaulted by the Confederates' rear, and they have right now routed. That train, I don't know how much more damage it can take, but something's got to happen. Confederate unit just ran up and gave a volley into my artillery, and then they're falling back. The cavalry's still alive and up there. It's going to have go around. I see an enemy artillery unit up there to the north. I'm going to see if I can get them up there and maybe take out that enemy artillery, because it seems to be supporting them right now. Although we're doing real good. Loomis and Zook are holding the north. All right. The Confederate train is severely damaged, and it's trying to exit the battlefield. Bristow's cavalry's been chopped up pretty good, but I'm still got them. Let's see if they can't get up there and get a hold of that enemy artillery. Advancing Colquitt to punch a hole in the center mass there. And it looks like the Confederates have all marched up to the north end. That's where they're making their final stand. Engaging the cavalry, and it looks like that's going to be it. The battle is ours. See my unit casualty reports. Zook got promoted. We got some goods, and you'll get to see my next. The next episode, tune in, where we'll spend that money in career points. Thanks for watching.